The words trolley and Crime Stopper usually do not appear in the same sentence, but for trolley drivers Edith Hanna and Nursey Flatus, they are the exception. The Coral Gables Police Department recently had their quarterly recognition ceremony where the two drivers were presented the Citizen Recognition Award for their hand in the arrest of an armed robber. On May 1st, there was an attempted armed robbery by a man at Barnes & Noble on Miracle Mile. Once he fled on foot from the bookstore, a Barnes & Noble employee called 911.
What happened that day, Bolo police went over the police radio, and I was at Miracle Mile in Ponce Leon when the call went out. The description went up, and we're trained for this. We're trained by the police department for this sort of stuff. It went up. The driver, Hannah, she called right away and says, "Hey, I just saw this guy, he's around here." So the other driver, who was going in the other direction, she happens to have seen it.
The suspect was spotted here on the 2500 block of Ponce de Leon. After trying to catch a ride from the trolley, he then headed south on Ponce. The trolley driver then heard on a radio a be on the lookout for a suspect. Realizing it was the same man trying to get a ride on her trolley, she called it into the police. The man made it 1 block before being apprehended.
It was like a normal day, and then I just heard the bulletin over the two-way we have on the trolley, and then he got on my trolley, and he wanted to know, was I going to the Metro Rail, because that's our last stop, the Metro Rail. I said, no, catch it on the other side, but he didn't decide to wait, so he started to walk. And when they came over the bulletin with over the two-way, that's when I described what he had on. I told him, he just got off my trolley, and just started walking, heading south.
The combination of both drivers' description of where the suspect was heading led to a quick arrest by the police. Now being recognized for their work, both the trolley and police department are proud of their employees.
Well, I'm really proud in the sense that, one, it shows what happens when different divisions and departments work together, but it also proves to me that the annual preparedness exercises, which we go through every year with the police department and fire rescue, and also the fact that they visit the communication center, that all this came together and they were able to pull it. So I'm very, very proud of them. They learned it and they put it to good use.
As for the awards they received, both drivers agreed that they will proudly hang them at home.
Yes, I have to let my granddaughters
and my family completely.
What's happening in Coral Gables? I'm David Alvarez.